welcome you to the 40th, or you can say it is the final class of this drilling and blasting technology course, and in this class we will discuss how you can design an underground blast. So far we have already covered 3 lectures on different problems. You know how to assess the penetration rate, you know how to calculate the requirement of the number of drill machines, you know what are the difference between penetration rate and drilling rate, how you can assess the drilling rate for a particular machine, how you can assess the penetration rate for a particular machine rock interaction. Those are now known to you. After that, we have discussed some problems related to explosive energy. We have discussed already for a surface blast design problem, where for a given situation to achieve the desired target production, how you can calculate or how you can design your blast for that particular situation is now known to you. So, these basic problems are basically dealing with the managerial decisions, the execution for achieving the desired production target. So, in this class we will discuss about one problem which is related to the underground blasting. I think you will understand this one very easily. So, let us see the problem given here is about the drilling and blasting application for a hard rock mine, and we need to select a jumbo drill which may have 1 to 4 drill booms. So, how many number of booms are required into that particular jumbo drill, we need to calculate. Also we need to calculate something related to blasting also, but prior to that let us see what is the situation. It is a stope and pillar mining system. This is a stope face of 6 meter and width of 7.2 meter. Drill power is pneumatic, drill bit is given. So, this is the 57 mm is the hole diameter, rock is also given, penetration rate is given 11.9 millimeter per second, blasting factor is given 0.632 meter square per hole. So, this is a new term probably you are getting. Basically, I have taken this problem from a book of Hartmann. So, blasting factor is basically an American term. This gives you idea about the number of hole required to be drilled for an underground opening. That means, if this is the opening, the cross sectional area of the opening is A and the blasting factor is Bf, then the number of holes is equal to A by Bf blasting factor. So, basically for achieving the desired advance with the desired fragmentation, the number of holes to be drilled in that particular cross sectional area, if we divide the area with that number of holes, we will get blasting factor. So, blasting factor is basically A divided by the number of holes. So, this is a new term one should know. Basically, this gives us the idea about the how many number of blast holes to be drilled in that particular phase to achieve the desired advance and desired fragmentation. Depth of the round, that means the length of drilling is given 4.8 meter. It is also mentioned that 100% pool is achieved, which is very optimistic, but let us consider that this may be possible also with the favorable rock condition, rock mass condition. In fact, delay timing is in a drill hole is given this one, because we need this, as you know, penetration rate and drilling rate is different. So, to get the drilling rate, this is essentially required. Number of drill round per shift is 3. Allowable drilling time per actually this is not shift, this is per day, drill round per day is 3, allowable drilling time is 4 hour, and tonnage factor, that means basically the rho r is 0.437 meter cube per ton. So, this is basically inverse of inverse of rho r. So, this is giving us, so you can say this is inverse of rho r, tonnage factor 0.437 meter cube per ton is the rock density. Okay. So, it is also given charge length per hole is 4 meter, rest part is the stemming, and specific gravity, the hole will be filled with the ammonium nitrate fuel oil. So, the specific gravity is 0.8, ANFO is used as the main explosive, and it is we need to determine the quantity of rock which is broken, drilling factor and powder factor. Okay. So, this is our problem. So, let us solve this problem. So, as per this, first we need to calculate the drilling. So, our penetration rate is given. So, we need to calculate for drilling. In drilling, our diameter is given 57 mm, length of drilling is given 4.8 meter, penetration rate is given as 11.9 millimeter per second. So, we need to calculate the drilling rate. So, for calculating drilling rate, we know it is the time by 1 by penetration rate by delay interval. So, this part is already summed. So, prior to that, let us convert this 11.9 penetration rate 9 millimeter per second into some convertible value, that is, let us 11.9 millimeter per second, let us convert it into hour. So, in 1 hour there are 3600 seconds are there. So, this is millimeter per hour. So, if we convert it into meter, so this is 11.9 into 3600 divided by 1000 meter per hour. So, on calculation we are getting it is 11.9 into 3.6, because this will be cancelled and there will be a point here. So, this is, if you are multiplying this one, you will get the value of 42.84 meter per hour. So, this is the penetration rate. Now, let us calculate it for the given delay. You can get, this is for 60 minute, then penetration rate is 1 by 42.84 meter per hour, that to convert it into the minute we have to divide it by 60 and then convert it the delay. For one hole delay it is given 2.4 minute, 2.4 minute is the delay for one hole, that means 4.8 meter. So, delay is 2.4 minute, delay interval is 4.8 meter. So, this drilling rate equation is basically can be represented by 60 by 42.84 plus 2.4 by 4.8. So, if you solve this one, you can get say some value you will get. Let us not consider about the value at this point. Okay. So, this is the drilling rate we can observe. Now, what we are carrying out, we need to drill how many holes. Let us consider this one. So, the area is given to us as the 6 meter by 7.2 meter. So, that means the cross sectional area is coming meter square. Okay. And we need to drill one hole, must be drilled in every 0.632 meter square. So, that means the number of holes required to be drilled is 43.2 by 0.632 is equal to 69 holes. So, this much meterage of drilling we achieve in 1 hour, and also it is given that the allowable drilling time is 4 hours. So, our one boom of one machine can drill 4 into drilling rate, that much meter in 4 hours. Okay. So, that means it can drill 4 into 60 by 42.84 plus 0.5, this is the penetration rate, this much of meter in 4 hours. If you convert it to the holes, you will get 4 into 60 divided by 60 into 42.84 plus 0.5 divided by 4.8, as this is the length of one hole, number of holes. So, if you solve it, you will get it can drill 26 holes can be drilled by one boom of the jumbo drill. So, if your drill machine is of one boom jumbo, it can drill 26 holes in 1 4-hour time, which is the allowable drilling time for a particular phase. So, that 3 blast round can be carried out in one day, considering 4 hours of 8-hour shift is 4 hours for drilling time, rest 4 hours is for charging, blasting and fume dispersion time. So, it can be carried out 4 round in 3 blast round in one day. So, considering that drilling hour given is 4 hour, in 4 hour one boom can drill 26 holes. So, that means for drilling our requirement is 69 holes. So, drill this 69 holes, the number of booms required is equal to 69 by 26, that must be 2 point something. So, as it is around coming around 2.6. So, 2.6 means 2 boom cannot give address this one. So, there must be 3 booms are required in that drill machine. So, in this particular case of drilling, we need to have a drill machine is required which should have a at least 3 booms, so that we can achieve the target of drilling 69 holes of 4.8 meter length in 4 hours or within 4 hours time, within 4 hours time. Okay. So, this is our essential conclusion in this problem. So, let us look into the next part of this. We have to charge explosive, in this hole to achieve the, in this hole, so that we can achieve the desired production. And it is given that we need to charge 4 meter of hole length with ANFO. So, let us see how much explosive will be consumed by this 4 meter length. So, the explosive, or you can say ANFO explosive required in one hole is equal to pi d square by 4 into L into rho ANFO. So, it is pi, drill hole diameter is known to us, that is 57 mm. So, 0.057 meter square divided by 4. The hole length is also known to us, it is 4, rho of ANFO is 0.8. So, to convert it into the kg, we need to multiply it with 1000. So, if we compute this one, we can understand in 4 meter length the explosive consumed will be 8.16 kg. Okay. So, on computation we know that 8.16 kg of ANFO will be consumed in one hole. So, the total explosive consumed, 8.16 into 69. So, that means it is coming around 563 kgs of explosive. Now, let us see what is the yield from the blast. So, the yield from the blast is basically the cross section area and the advance. So, the cross section area is basically known to us, 6 into 7.2 meter, and the advance is also we have achieved a 100% advance, that means 4.8 meter. So, the total rock broken is 207.36 meter cube. If we multiply these two, we can find out it is coming 207.36 meter cube of rock. So, density is also given to us, that is given, or you can say inverse of density, rho r is given 0.437 meter cube per ton. So, if we are converting this to ton, we can get 207.36 divided by 0.437 ton. So, that means it is coming 475 ton. So, the 475 ton is the yield, 563 kg is the explosive consumption, and total drilling length is equal to 4.8 into 69. So, that is the approximately it is coming around let me multiply it here. So, it is coming around 331 meter approximately, 0.2 approximately. So, this is the total drilling length carried out in the phase. So, now drilling factor is basically the yield per meter of drilling. So, that is equal to 475 by 331 meter. So, this is comes in tons per meter, or it may be expressed in different way, meter per ton also. So, it may be 1 by df, it may be in meter per tons also in the similar way as the charge factor. Similarly, powder factor so this is the drill factor. So, the powder factor is equal to yield per kgs of explosive is equal to 475 divided by 563. So, this is the ton per kg. So, it is coming around 0.84 ton per kg. So, this is more or less the calculation you can carry out for calculating the drilling factor and calculating the powder factor. So, this is more or less we have covered the underground blast design part, and say you can consider our course is over by this lecture. So, in a very short summary, I can say after attending the full course, you are now able to understand the different types of drilling, basic mechanism of the drilling. You can understand what is a rock, how the rocks are formed also. You are able to understand the what is penetration rate, how the penetration rate may be assessed, how the drilling rate may be computed if the penetration rate and other application delays are given to you. You can understand how the drilling can be carried out in different patterns for the surface and underground excavation cases. You can understand the different special types of drilling techniques, though those are not essentially required for our blasting purpose, then also a class on that is also covered. In this course, you are now able to understand what are the different, what is explosive, what are the different accessories, how they are evolved, what are their necessities, what are their properties, how you can test those properties, those are also now known to you. You are now able to understand how the different blasting may be designed for different cases, how the different blast parameters are significant, how they are designed. Then you are able to carry out those blast designs for the trial blasting cases in surface excavations, in underground excavations. You also know how to assess the different blasting results from the different typical measurements like fragmentation, fly rocks, ground vibrations, then powder factors, all these are now known to you. You can assess the damage, you know that special type of control blasting techniques, and you can design the drilling and blasting for any particular type of excavation system required either on the surface or for the underground. In fact, this is my expectation from those who are attending this course should able to design the blast for their particular requirements. They can do that one, they can assess their result and they can give the best, or you can say optimum design for their specific requirements. So, let me give you best wishes for the examination which you are going to appear after this attending these lectures, and so far I understand that you have already attended those assignments also. So, these are already some of the knowledges we have already covered on that. So, with the best wishes, let me say you thank you.